Overnight, we're discovering some new details in the sudden death of NASCAR legend Kyle Busch. He passed away yesterday at just 41 years old. Well, this morning we've learned Busch became unresponsive Wednesday during a simulator session in Concord and was hospitalized here in Charlotte for what his family called a severe illness. As of this morning, we've been given no official cause of death. Now, the sport, of course, losing an absolute titan. Busch leaves behind a legendary 22-year career, sitting ninth on the all-time Cup Series win list with 63 victories. And he held the all-time record for total wins across 3 top national series. Finally, this morning, we know Sunday's Coca-Cola 600 will go on as planned at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Austin Hill stepping in to drive the number 8. Autumn, of course, our thoughts with his wife Samantha, their kids, the entire Busch family, and all the NASCAR fans out there really grieving at this sudden, unexpected loss.
That's right, a devastating situation and expected to be a difficult road ahead for all those he made an impact on. As we know, it was so many. WCNC Charlotte Sports Director Nick Carboni takes us through Kyle Busch's everlasting legacy.
Take whatever you can get, man. You never know when the last one's going to be, so cherish them all, trust me.
Kyle Busch's words ringing tragically true last weekend. His record 234th NASCAR victory across all national series would be his last. Just days later, Busch would be suddenly and stunningly gone. An unfathomable, unimaginable, unbearable day in NASCAR as the sport loses one of the best drivers and characters that has ever put his hands on the wheel of a race car. Just a blue-collar kid from Las Vegas, Busch followed older brother Kurt's footsteps into NASCAR over 20 years ago, winning his first Cup race in 2005.
Takes so much effort to get here, and we finally got here.
Busch got there 62 more times on the Premier Series, which puts him in the top 10 all-time. He won Rookie of the Year, All-Star events, Crown Jewel races, and 2 Cup Series championships. Busch won at least 1 NASCAR race over 19 consecutive seasons, doing it his way, which wasn't always everyone else's.
I don't know what y'all are whining about, but if you don't like that kind of racing, don't even watch.
Like him or not, Rowdy was good for racing, and his fans didn't just like him, they loved him. Busch and his wife Samantha have been generous off of the track, turning their journey with IVF into a way to help countless hopeful parents through Bundle of Joy, and we're willing to help many other causes in our community.
This is a great cause. We've done it for a lot of years. It's obviously near and dear to our heart this year, having some benefit to the Bundle of Joy Fund.
Busch leaves behind Samantha and 2 young children, Brexton and Lennox. Brexton is on the fast track himself to be a racer just like Dad, and Kyle helped him celebrate a recent birthday. Now he's gone just days later, a sobering reminder that the next race isn't promised.
Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is.
Kyle Busch, gone at the age of 41.
And Kyle Busch's death comes as the racing community is gathering here for race weekend. The Coca-Cola 600 is at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on Sunday with other events and races planned before that.
WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane live this morning from the Speedway. Richard, fans still shocked to hear the news of his sudden death.
Yeah, everyone's shocked. Sports fans around the world, and of course NASCAR fans, especially those who've come here. Many of them coming every single year. Like I've said, it's a family affair. Good morning to you, Ben. Good morning, Autumn. Good Friday morning, everyone, on what is a painful day for a lot, as folks even came out here to the hauler that Kyle Busch's team had just to pay their respects in this location and others. Like you said, waking up a lot of folks thinking this was possibly, or hoping that this was a bad dream, only to realize it was true, that the death of Kyle Busch, one of NASCAR's most iconic and polarizing stars, was actually true. The fans gathered outside race shops in our area, speedways, in memory of the driver known to millions as Rowdy, some fighting back tears, others openly crying as they remembered watching Busch grow from a fearless young driver into a two-time Cup champion and future Hall of Famer. NASCAR called Busch a giant of the sport who's gone too soon. As tributes poured in from across the racing world and locally for the husband, father, and champion whose passion changed NASCAR forever.
We were walking through the trailer park over there, and we just started hearing, like, a guy came out of his RV and he's like, "Hey, did you hear the news?" Because I have a Kyle Busch hat, and I was like, "No." I was like, "Yeah, we heard he wasn't racing this week," and he's like, "No, like, he passed." And I was like, our jaws hit the floor. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah, just shocking for so many fans. That first of them being upset or dismayed when they found out he wouldn't race this weekend, and then only to hear this tragic news. Now, we do know that NASCAR is planning to have some sort of tribute to him. Of course, that we'll probably find out a little bit later on today. But a legion of fans, NASCAR fans and Kyle Busch fans especially, grieving this morning. We're right here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord. This is Richard Devane. Send it back to you.